Hello, BookTube. I've mentioned many times on this channel that for a long time I was one of the editors. I was the managing editor of an online literary journal called Open Letters Monthly. I started with two friends of mine in 2006 or 2007, and we put out an issue every month, online only, for free. And we managed in the course of 10 years to run some really good stuff, to amass a really good body of work. We punched above our weight in terms of critical respect, and it was great. It was a great feeling. And then Open Letters Monthly, over time, began to overburden and stress out its hosting company quite a bit. And also, in the nature of these things, it evolved and people moved on. And it was continued in a new incarnation, Open Letters Review, also a free online literary journal. This was on a different server. In a different ecosystem, and it had a slightly different. About half the editors for Open Letters Monthly came over to Open Letters Review, continued with it, but the ethos was slightly different. Open Letters Monthly had many regular features. It had recurring columns. It had long, really New York Review style think pieces about literature, old and new. And for Open Letters Review, I envisioned something different. I envisioned Open Letters Review, as the name implies, being much more about reviews of new works, shorter reviews of new works, under 1,000 words usually, uh, of new stuff, and not on a monthly basis, but refreshed as often as our guns bear. And one of the ideas that I had for Open Letters Review was to update not just the format of what we do, but also the idea of why we do it. Away from the idea that had governed Open Letters Monthly, where we will build a site that we will update every month, and people will come and see that site. They will subscribe to that site. They will know when, they will look to see when it's refreshed. In 2017, I thought that attitude is different now. Now people don't go to sites. They expect things to go to them. They expect new updates to go to them. They expect to find new updates in their RSS feed at the very least, but also in their social media, linked on Twitter, linked on Goodreads, linked on Facebook, linked on Instagram. And that although Open Letters, this new version of Open Letters, would still be doing new reviews, the stress would move more from expecting people to come and find us to putting that new material in front of as many people as we could. Expand our social media reach so that people know that those things are new. In other words, we would go to them instead of them coming to us. And I like that attitude a lot more. I like that ethos a lot more. I think it works better with the 21st century. And it works better with a literary journal that isn't updated every month. Open Letters is not Open Letters. The new Open Letters Review is not updated on a regular basis at all. You can go 2-3 days without new content. It can go 4 days in a row with new content each of those days. Something like that. It's not, I don't think, really fair to ask people to bookmark your page and keep going back to it. Better for you to know, for you to be told when it's new. We have a notification system if you want to do that. But one of the things that seemed to me for a long time to go hand in hand with the new idea of Open Letters that I had in mind was if it had an app. Obviously, if it has an app, then it's the easiest thing in the world. It's right there on your phone. It's right there on your iPad. You can just check it anytime you want. And you can also read it anytime you want. And that's what the purpose of this video is, because I am immensely pleased to tell you that there is now an Open Letters Review app. It was created and refined and edited and spearheaded through the whole process by my friend Amakai, and it is a thing of beauty. It is a thing of beauty. Right now, it's only available on iOS. You can't get it on the Android system yet, but you will be able to. But in your the App Store on your iPhone, it's right there. It's right there. I dream about getting it into Google Play, getting it into Android systems so that everybody can get it. That will happen in time. It's free, of course. And it is a beautiful thing. So if you go to your iPad, now my iPad is now lodged in a Bluetooth keyboard, but if you go to your iPad and you go to the App Store, you can now download the Open Letters app. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? Can you see that? See that without the glare? Oh, here, let's get rid of as much of the glare as we can in front of that. There we go. Look at that. There it is, right down the bottom tray there. And it is lovely because it is the whole. You tap on it, and it is all of the reviews that we have on Open Letters here. There we go. See, now this is on the iPad, so it doesn't look as compacted as it would on the phone size app. But you can just scroll through 2 years of reviews on Open Letters in here, and those reviews change all the time. They update all the time, and that answers a thing that a lot of you have brought up over the years. You have said, well, it would be really great if, for instance, I was more present on Goodreads, because it often happens that you are wandering around a bookstore back when bookstores were open, and we can all hope that they will be open again. A lot of you said, I'm looking at a book and I wish I knew what you thought of it. It's brand new. I'm sure you've written about it somewhere. And this app goes a long way towards making that possible. This app goes a long way towards you being able to consult not only me, but a bunch of other really good writers on new books anytime you want. Anytime you want. The fact that it's now a working app is probably going to be a spur to me to do more reviews. That's probably going to be true. Now that I know that people can check the app anytime they want, I will probably review a lot more. And not that I have much to do other than review. But I wanted to make this video and announce it. I'm so happy with the product that Amici has created. It's just amazing. Just amazing. It looks beautiful. The old Open Letters Monthly had an app. But you only have to look back. I only have to look back to those days in 2011 or 2012 with that app to realize how much things have changed. We really do find things through notifications elsewhere. We really don't hang around websites. At least nobody that I know does. And a lot of readers who've contacted me over time said that, that's it's not how things work at all. And the old Open Letters Monthly app was very different. It was, much as I bless the memory of the guy who made it, it was far more primitive. It was just a window to the website. Whereas this is a fully fledged app on its own, and will get more and more fully fledged as we work out the bugs and it gets even more perfected and gets more widespread available. Right now it's only in the one, admittedly huge, app store, but I want it to be in every app store. I want everybody to have access to the thing, so that you will finally have a technological answer to the urge you have often had to have little Steve in your pants at all times. There you go. Now you have an answer to that urge. Now you can consult with Steve day in and day out, 24 hours a day. So if the few that I haven't horrified away with those images, now you have an opportunity to do that, and I would love it if you did. I would love it if you did, and also give feedback. Let me know what you would like to be different, what you would like to be added. I'm up for any of that. Now that it's a real thing in the world, now that you can go to the App Store and type in Open Letters Review and download an app with all my work on it and everybody else's work on it, now that is actually real, I feel much more engaged to talk about it and also to ask for feedback. The better I can make this thing, the better I will like it. So there you go. My strong recommendation: go to the App Store on your iPad, download the Open Letters app, and read to your heart's content. And there'll be plenty more content coming to that app. And because it is so well built, because Amici is such a genius, it'll be regularly updated. It'll update as soon as the site updates. So you won't need to go to bookmark some website and go and look at it. Of course, I'd be happy if you did, but you don't need to do that anymore. I want these things to be on the go. I want these reviews to be reaching you rather than you reaching them. So I just thought I'd make it quick for me anyway. I thought I'd make a quick video. I have 3 or 4 friends who are professional YouTubers. That's all they do. They chase clicks. They watch their metrics. They heavily monetize their channels. So you go in at 2 minutes, you get an ad. Go another 2 minutes, you get another ad. Go another 2 minutes, you get another ad. They heavily monetize their channels. And a couple of those friends, I've been FaceTiming with them and Skyping with them, and they have repeated in this last month their same whiny complaint that they've had about me since I started this BookTube channel, where they've said, man, I would be so rich if I were you. How do you get videos past the 10-minute mark when you haven't said anything, and yet you have views? It's not like you're boringly nattering on and people aren't listening. You boringly natter on and people listen. How do you do that? I get a topic. I write out a script. I have all sorts of edited in visuals. I can still only barely cross the 10-minute line. You have nothing to say and you get to 10 minutes out. But in this case, I do have something to say. I want to sing this thing to the rooftops. I'm so proud of it. So, well, that's all this short video was to tell you, if you were wanting a little touch of Steve in the night, you now have that. You can download the Open Letters Review app and learn what I have to think, and a bunch of other people have to think about a whole bunch of new releases. And it's good writing, so it'll be fun for you to read just in general. So I'm going to wrap this up for now. That was all I wanted to do, was an announcement video, but I'll be back. Thank you, BookTube.